Hello there, my name is Christian San Juan, and in this reflection, I just want to talk honestly about what I've learned from this incident and how it could have affected me both professionally and mentally moving forward. This incident forced me to think more carefully about the difference between intent, responsibility, and professional standards. Even though I really didn't see myself as trying to avoid doing my own work, I still did make a mistake in my process. I was extremely careless in how I finalized the assignment, and that carelessness had serious academic consequences for me. What I've learned is that in both academic and professional settings, it really just isn't enough to simply mean well or assume that a tool is harmless. What matters is whether or not I am using said tools responsibly, whether I understand their function, and whether my process reflected the standards that I am expected to hold as a student of Florida International University. One of the biggest lessons I learned is that convenience can become a problem when it replaces both attention and judgment. I had become used to treating certain editing tools as automatic parts of writing, instead of just simply slowing down and thinking critically about what each suggestion was actually doing. I moved too quickly and I made assumptions. Looking back, that was careless on my end. This incident showed me that professionalism includes being deliberate. It means I cannot rely on habit when the stakes are high. I have to be conscious, informed, and accountable for every step in my work. Another important lesson is that the technology does not remove personal responsibility. Whether it is an editing platform, an AI-based tool, or any other software, I am still responsible for the final product that I choose to submit. I believe that one of the easiest mistakes that anyone can make nowadays is just assuming that since a tool is widely made available, it is appropriate to use within all contexts. But professional ethics don't work that way. Access does not mean permission, and convenience does not equate to appropriateness. I now understand that much more clearly, that I have to know not just what a tool can do, but whether I should be using it within a specific context at all. This also taught me something important about trust. In both school and professional life, trust is one of the most valuable things a person has. Teachers, supervisors, coworkers, and future employers all rely on the belief that your work reflects honesty, judgment, and integrity. Once that trust is questioned, even if the situation is more complicated than it first appears, the damage can still be real. That realization matters to me. I don't want to be someone who is just careless with that trust. I want to be someone whose work reflects discipline, reliability, and most of all, good judgment. Professionally, this lesson is especially important because I plan to enter fields where credibility and responsibility matter deeply. In any career, but especially in academic, healthcare, leadership, or service-oriented environments, details matter. A careless shortcut or any lack of attention to a process can affect not only how others see you, but also the quality of the work itself. In professional life, people are often not judged only by whether they meant harm. They are judged by whether they exercise sound judgment. This incident reminded me that maturity means recognizing that outcomes matter, not just intentions. Moving forward, I need to know how to change my approach in my work. First, I need to slow down and be more intentional when I revise or submit anything important. Second, I need to be much more informed about the tools I use, especially the tools that involve automation or AI. Third, I need to build habits that protect my integrity instead of putting pressure on it. That means reviewing guidelines carefully, separating drafting from revision more clearly, and making sure that my final submissions reflect both my own effort and the expectations of the setting that I'm in. I also think this incident taught me the value of humility. It is easy to think mistakes only happen when someone is being openly dishonest, but that's not always true. Sometimes mistakes happen because of assumptions, carelessness, or lack of awareness. That does not excuse them, but it does not mean that they should be. But it does mean that they should become learning moments. For me, this has been a reminder that integrity is not just about avoiding obvious wrongdoing. It's also about being careful, thoughtful, and accountable enough to prevent avoidable problems in the first place. Ultimately, what I learned from this incident is that professionalism itself starts long before a career actually begins. It starts in the habits that I build now, how carefully I work, how honestly I take responsibility, and how seriously I treat the trust other people place in me. This experience has made me much more aware of the importance of process, ethics, and self-discipline. While it has been difficult, I want to use this moment as a turning point that makes me more careful, more informed, and more professional in the future. Especially as someone who's entering the medical field, I need to learn these things immediately. Thank you very much for listening.